Hello everyone, this is Lachanai. Welcome back to another video on the Great Build YouTube channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at part 2 of Minifigure Thursdays. Now, if you've seen the first part of the Minifigure Thursdays video here on the YouTube channel, then you'll know the basic premise of this minifigure, and if you haven't, go and see that short. It details the physical details of these minifigures, whereas this video will detail all of the different things the short doesn't cover, such as the lore and backstory of these characters. Now, I'm going to have a series of 5 videos like this for the next 5 weeks that will discuss all 5 of the minifigures I've created for my Stop Animation Project's hero team, and therefore, they're pretty much all going to run the same. We're first going to talk about the trope or backstory for the character. We're then going to talk about their elemental power, and then we're going to give a fun fact and end the video. Now, since this is the first one of those, I'd like to mention that I am going to be doing stop animation in the near future. The city is almost to the point where I feel like I can do good stop animation from it, so get ready for that soon. But in these videos, this is mostly to discuss the backstory, kind of like a movie character trailer that you'll see before a movie, to get to know the character and details about it without me having to waste precious stop animation time just with dialogue. Instead, I can focus more on cool action scenes that'll keep you guys on the edge of your seats. So, that's kind of what I'm going for with that premise, and of course, I will be using some anime tropes to discuss said characters, because I do watch anime in my free time every now and then, and therefore I find it easier to write my characters using tropes that I'm familiar with, but don't worry, you don't need to know those tropes for yourself. I will bring them up if need be, with a very brief definition if possible. So, let's get right into this one. Now, for this character, Lachanai Soraniji, this is a character based on me, and the reason I have a peach skin tone instead of a yellow skin tone is actually because of the first anime trope we're introducing here, which is the isekai trope. This is a trope where a character gets transported or reincarnated or reborn into another world that they didn't know before. Thus, it could be like a video game world, it could be a fantasy world, it could be a parallel world to their own. And in my case, it would be To the World's Ninjago. And the peach skin tone is just to simplify that, and there will be one other character we're going to look at next week, actually, that has the same trope going for it, so kind of keep this in the back of your mind. Just know that it will also make it easier to spot my character in a sea of other minifigures in the LEGO City, which would be very useful for stop animation purposes, finding the main character and having the camera properly zoom in on them. So, that's pretty good. Now, for part 2, we have the elemental power. And if you've seen Ninjago, you'll remember that there's an elemental power called Amber. Amber works like as follows. The character Skylar in the TV show uses the power of Amber to use any elemental power from any character that she's ever had physical contact with, i.e. like giving a high five, holding hands, tapping someone on the shoulder, etc. Now, my power works very similarly to that, and we're going to call this power the elemental power of Prism. Now, the main reason for this is because I get to pick 2 powers of any known elemental power, but there are 2 things that kind of hinder the use of this power. First of all, if I'm in proximity to, like, visual distance from another elemental master. So, per se, if Kai's in the room, I can't use the elemental master of fire, because Kai's right there. Now, that's the first problem, is that my power is only limited to powers that aren't currently nearby. The second power limiter that we've got for this power is that I can only change out said 2 powers with the help of the Elemental Master of Void, meaning that I will have difficulty changing powers in various situations. So, oh, and if you are curious about the Elemental Master of Void, that's going to be with next week's character, so I'll discuss that more in detail then. So, the third thing that we're going to talk about with this character is that this character likes chickens. That's your fun fact for this character. I like chickens in real life too, so therefore my character Ninjago also likes chickens. Therefore, there's a chicken on the torso of the main ninja suit in the middle there, but also a chicken that rides in the back of the car whenever I'm driving my car around the city. So, that's the main reason for that. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for some more Minifigure Thursdays events like this in the near future, but I've also got some more fun projects, like more mountain projects, more set reviews and comparisons, and more city content coming soon. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Have a great day.